Hi and welcome. I'm back with another video. Today we're going to talk about this hotel employees this hotel employee's meltdown, which was filmed, and it was filmed while he was being ridiculed, and the whole situation is just incredibly sad. We're going to look into it, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on how I feel about it. You can tell it's been a while. I'm rusty, but yeah, we need to get into this very important topic. Cue the intro. So yeah, here I am. Hi. This was such a heartbreaking video to see. It was actually crazy. So what happened in this video? So this video was actually posted by a certain guy called Freddie Gibbs. I'd never heard of him, but apparently he's a rapper, okay? And it was posted by him on Twitter on Sunday night, the 25th of April, 2021. And in the clip, a man working behind a desk at a Holiday Inn Express hotel is being sternly questioned by the customer. You want to get mad and hit a computer because you made a mistake? Because your company made a mistake? You want to take it out on me? That's what the man asked the guy behind the Freddie, what's his name? The Freddie Gibbs asked. Now we're going to watch the clip. I'm just going to go back and forth between the clips and read this thing so that you know what's actually being said. But it is horrifying to see. Absolutely horrifying. Oh, wow.
You all made a mistake?
Not really, no.
So you want to get mad and hit the computer because you made a mistake? Because your company made a mistake? You want to take it out on me?
Ooh-wee. Then he says, I'm not taking it out on you. So why did you hit the computer? The guy asked. Yeah. Then the employee begins to have a manic moment and he vigorously punches himself in the head several times before taking the computer screen and smashing over his own head. I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. He's smashing it over his own head. Okay. It's a lot. This is your trigger warning right here. If this will trigger you in any kind of way, exit. But you've probably already seen the video lurking around on the internet because it's been all over the place. But yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. So then, he kind of gets settled before walking off camera and sobbing loudly. I mean, sobbing loudly while still being heckled by the customer. And oh yeah, all these terms they're using are right because it is terrible. It's a terrible sight to see.
So why did you get mad and hit the computer? Why did you get mad and hit the computer?
Because I have
I'm sure you're on camera, right?
Yeah, I am.
I'm sure.
It's not even really a conversation at this point, okay? The guy holding the camera, the Freddy guy, he's just talking. We never really get to hear what this hotel employee has to say. We don't get to hear any of it. And the sad thing is that we also don't really know what happened before this. But one thing that was said and has been circulating is that this guy holding the camera, the rapper dude, did call him the F word before all this started, before he pressed record. Now, it'd be interesting to see if the hotel has footage of their own and whether they're going to release it. It's been a minute. It's been a few days and nothing of the sort has happened. But I'll go into what happened, what has been happening after this altercation.
You're on camera.
I can barely watch it. Like, it's terrible.
So this is the type of people they have working here.
How do you even go from seeing that so close to you? You're a rapper. You're not a psychologist, psychiatrist. You don't work on a mental health ward. You're not a mental health specialized in mental health as a doctor, as a nurse, in any kind of way. You are a rapper unless you have that kind of background. How are you okay with seeing this behavior? And you're just like, oh yeah, oh well. This is not like them Karens who are trying to offend you and trying to do things to you and trying to bash you verbally, physically, doing all this crazy stuff, rah-rah stuff, right? This is somebody just in close proximity to you, bashing in their own heads with their hands and smashing their work computer with their own body, with their own head nonetheless. This is not normal on any level. You see this up close and you're literally watching this like, wow, I'm glad I got this on camera. Wow. What did he even say? This ridiculous comment that he made.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah.
so this is the type of people they have working here.
I mean, the response is just weird. The response is just off. And it is interesting because we have a lot of work to do. When it comes to mental health, we have a lot of work to do. Everybody, obviously, it's still a stigma in Black folk communities and in a lot of other communities as well. But we have a lot of work to do. And it's annoying. Like, it's not right that he acted this way, but it's understandable once you see Black history. Like, it is not right at all that this guy does not understand this guy is going through a manic episode. He's not getting it. It's not clicking, you guys. It's not, the math ain't mathing in his head that this is somebody going to dire distress and needs help like now because he's actually physically doing something to himself. That's not good. And you're standing there. But you know, when I say Black history, yeah, it goes deep, and I'm not gonna get into that, but it goes deep. You know, Black folk done been through a lot, and I guess the coping mechanisms for mental health issues become different, and things get pushed aside because when you go through a lot, you push things to the side, especially when there's no light at the end of the tunnel, or so it seems, and it keeps happening. So now you teach your children coping mechanisms, and it's like, get over it, this is nothing, and just get over it because this is the life you're gonna have. Okay, so that's as plain as I can put it. But that's why a lot of people of our community, and sometimes also other communities, are just like, the mental health thing, it's not clicking. This guy is really going through some stuff, and it is really sad. He kind of composes himself, starts crying. Then he says, you ruined my life. You ruined my whole life.
Wow.
And this guy doesn't think, oh my goodness, like, this actually is serious. I do not know why he was there. I do not know what he was complaining about. I do not know what this whole situation, like, what was going on. I really don't. Actually, I've tried researching all over the place. I still just really don't know what was going on, what the issue was here. But the fact that the guy is just bashing in his own head for no apparent reason, like, that to me would be very, very concerning.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, no, this is so bad on so many levels. But then it's worse because after this whole altercation, this Freddy guy, the camera guy, he tweets, somebody make sure this boy don't have a pew pew. You know, we have to use different language over here, along with a and then he says that along with the video of this thing. And he claims that he was actually worried about the man's safety, and that's why he was filming it, and that's why he posted it. Well, a lot of his fans are disgusted with his decision to post a disturbing video on social media, and somebody said, as somebody on the spectrum, I'd like to say the person recording this can go, well, you see that, I should have actually blurred all that out, but in any case, poor guy, hope he gets through this. Yeah, and it is very, very sad.
Wow.
And he's still filming. I mean, the filming is not going to do anything, right? If you wanted your clout, at this point, the clout has been filmed. The thing that's going to give you the clout has been filmed, okay? This guy was literally, you couldn't get any better clout than this. You've gotten way more than what any Karen would do, because a Karen would be storming off to you, or the male version of a Karen anyway, would be storming off to you, would be doing all kinds of things, would be maskless, would try to spit in your face, what, all these things that we see, right? But this guy is actually doing this to himself. You see that there's a difference. You're not going to get people say, oh, look at another Karen. Oh, look at a male Karen. You're not going to get that here, right? Now, I have so many questions. I actually have so many questions. Because why was this guy working at a front desk alone? Why is he working there alone? If this is the issue that he has, they need to, have them spaced out. They need to at least have two people, because if they know about all these mental issues that he has, he should not be working there alone. That is so wrong on so many levels. He should not be working there alone. He should have somebody there, so if things pop off, he can have some help. How do you leave somebody like this alone to work at the front desk? What kind of screening are they doing when they're hiring people? That's scary, number one. And there's nobody around, because this whole altercation happens. You see this guy doing all this thing, hitting the computer and everything, and obviously nobody's around, because somebody would have been like, whoa, 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 what's going on here, or something like that. Nobody comes to intervene at all, ever, at any point. And the video is about a minute long that it's recorded. So that's strange. There's nobody around. Y'all just left this guy there. And then another thing, is there no plan at all for this guy that they might know, or he himself knows anyway, that he gets these, he has severe mental health issues, and they can flare up like this? Is there no number that he can call? Some kind of quick dial that he can ring if something like this were to happen to him? Because he could have actually hurt himself. That's distressing for him. That's distressing for customers. That's not a good look on your hotel, since, these corporations and stuff are always very concerned with that more than anything else. But in any case, let me just read some stuff that was on the internet. He said he can't fix what the guy was upset at. This is on Reddit somewhere. And I have links in the description below. And the guy was calling him an F word before the camera turned on. From the guy's Twitter, from the guy's Twitter, he's basically doing all this for some internet clout. No one believed the employee was a danger to anyone except himself. Yeah. So he filmed all this for the clout, but everybody knows that this guy was not going to harm you. He was going to harm himself. Now, how do you get clout off of that? Now you didn't get clout, you just got all the wrong attention, right? So then, apparently, the employee said, while I have now quit this position, my management supported me and told me I'm welcome back. The guest was ejected from the hotel for escalating issues with staff and the owners. I do have mental disorders. That's what the guy said. And he wrote that apparently on Reddit. So he suffers from bipolar disorder and schizoaffective disorders. What this fine 5'5" bald gentleman behind the camera didn't record was the fact that he called me an F word for an associate's mistake. He was aggressive and fishing for a reaction. He sure got it. And I'm glad this was a wake-up call for me to stop slaving away for corporations who do not care about you at all, or the guests, he continued. So yeah, that's very, very serious. Now, Now, let's see. I'm just reading this off of the things that I have in the description below. So somebody actually put on Twitter that the guy who filmed this should delete it. And he said, how about no? So he's still feeling like what he did was totally fine, and now he's not going to delete it. He needs all the clout he can get. And somebody said, this ain't even funny, to be honest. You never know what people are going through. And then he said, that's why I said check on the B, the F. And then he says, cry me a river B. So this guy has zero remorse whatsoever. And it's a shame. It's actually a shame. So now somebody started a GoFundMe, actually. Let me put that up. Somebody put a GoFundMe. Okay. And so the GoFundMe says the following. About that, it was actually it says everything that I just read. Yeah. So basically the GoFundMe is there to give him a head start on finding a job where the people don't treat him terribly and he can have a nice little vacation. Stay safe, cause Kuro, and all the rest of it. But yeah, so this GoFundMe, you guys, you'll be shocked to know how much this GoFundMe has raised. So it's raised this much, and actually the last I checked, it was even 1,000 more than this. So it's raised way above the $5,000 goal. And yeah, people really want to help him out and want to make sure that he never has to work in a place like this, and that maybe he can get the mental help that he deserves and that he needs, because this is crazy. But I don't know. One thing that I do want to say before I show another clip, last clip, and then I'm gonna bounce. But one thing I do want to say is, we shouldn't do everything for clout. This taking your camera and being like, look at what they're doing now, look at what they're doing to me. In this case, nobody was doing anything to you. We saw it, it was clear as day. You actually told on yourself by actually filming the whole thing. So that was not necessary. I think in this case, if you ever see something like this, the filming and stuff, this is all not necessary. The hotel also has cameras, although in certain instances things might be, oh, oops, the camera wasn't on, or sometimes it might not work in your favor. But this guy wasn't actually attacking, he was really doing anything to you. So why, egging him on like that for him to have this reaction, that's number one. Number two, call for help. If you see somebody going through something like this, call for help. Just be a good person. Call for help anywhere you can. Like this was dangerous. And if he was really so concerned about the guy having a pew-pew and going to do bad stuff with a pew-pew, he should have been very, very concerned as he was standing there egging him on. And when he was beating in his head and everything, he should have been very concerned then, because you don't know where the pew-pew was going to come from. So I don't really think you were concerned, sir. You were just looking for clout, and you got it, but the negative kind. Yeah. You got the attention, but it was negative. Oh, this is terrible. And also these corporations, they need to know that people have these mental health issues, and they need to have things in place. You cannot leave somebody like this alone. It's not good for him, and it's not good for you. Like, that's ridiculous. So in any case, talking about corporations and talking about mental health issues and talking about mental health issues at work, let me show you this video real quick. This is just sad. Does anybody remember this? This is like from February or something this year. This is a guy. He was at Domino's and he got really, really upset. And he had a similar-ish reaction, except he wasn't himself. He had a similar type of reaction. And it was filmed as well. And again, the camera person is just like, they're having a good old laugh with this. Okay, here we go.
Bro, just calm down. You only gotta take one more delivery.
I don't want to work here anymore! 5 minutes! 5 minutes out there in the rain! And no tip! No tip!
Holy shit. What the?
You guys. It's serious out here. This is nothing to joke about. People's mental health are really going down the drain. It's Corona, but it was like this before Corona. People are not getting tips and they're getting mad about it, which you cannot blame them. But also the whole tipping culture and everything is crazy. Under this video, which I've linked below, somebody says, this tipping culture in the US is crazy. The restaurant is offering a product with door delivery. The worker is working there voluntarily. Now, I disagree with that word, because some people ain't working voluntarily. They're just taking what they can get because they have a family to feed or they have a future to build. That aside, he's working there voluntarily for a decided check. A forced upon check, and a ridiculous salary that is not for the work that they put in as well. It's ridiculous. But in any case, the buyer decides what they want to eat and how much he is willing to spend. Why does he need to second guess how much extra would make the delivery person happy? Ultimately, the delivery person feel like a beggar and made the buyer feel guilty for not having paid extra or what the person expected. Ban tipping and increase the minimum wage if you have to. Not if you have to. That thing needs to go up. That thing needs to go up like ASAP. That thing needs to go up like yesterday. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And it's a lot. It's not fun working somewhere where you don't want to work. It's not fun having to wake up every single day, get up in the morning and do something you don't want to do. People do not realize this is a very big issue. And this mental health thing, people need to really take, this guy with the GoFundMe, he's going to be all right for a minute, because that's a lot of money. They've exceeded it. I don't know when they're going to shut it down, but people are still donating as I'm speaking. So you guys, not everything is clout worthy. And even if you get that clout, we've seen this time and time again. You don't get that popping. You don't get that you don't get that popping. You don't get that famous. You don't get that fame, that instant fame that viral, even if you do, it's not enough to sustain you for life. It doesn't give you all that money that you thought it was going to give you. And you might ruin somebody else's life in the process. So please, please, please help people and look for ways to help instead of this. This was horrible. Absolutely terrible. But in any case, if you're not already part of the family, make sure you hit thumbs up, as on, and a subscribe button. Comment because I really want to know what you think. Like because you obviously like this video, and hit the notification bell whilst you're at it. I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Daily videos up in here. I have been taking my breaks here and there, but sometimes I do multiple videos a day. So stay tuned. Definitely put your notification bell on because you will miss everything that's coming. And make time for glorious life. It's time to start what? Live it right. And yeah, help people out. Make time for life, for real, and time for others. God bless. This is so disheartening. I don't even know what to say. God bless. I'll see you. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back with something lighter. Yeah. Okay. Bye.